All right, today we are going to talk about Google Shopping Actions. If you don't know what that is, and I'm one of those people who doesn't know what that then we're going to break it down in this episode. Kyle knows all about it. He's worked on it, is working with clients to implement Google Shopping Actions. And so this is our tip of the week, and it's going to be a great one. Kyle, what in the world is Google Shopping Actions? Tell us about it.
Google Shopping Actions is the next evolution of Google Shopping ads experience on their
Okay.
platform.
Okay.
So as Google is moving into the e-commerce realm and trying to compete with Amazon and then now Facebook and Instagram, it's those three. They're going to start battling it out for dominance and trying to take Amazon's market share.
You got to include Shopify in that list.
True. But
Okay, all right,
exactly.
go.
Shopify is definitely there. I mean, Shopify is distributed. Like it's your own Shopify store. These guys are trying to build it in terms of they own the whole process. Yeah, you're right. And as a result of that, they have the Google Shopping ads, which is still a fantastic deal. If you're not using Google Shopping ads at some level in your business and you're a physical product seller, you should be.
Yep.
Now, the extension of that was what they called surfaces. So surfaces across Google was what the new extension that they rolled out. And in essence, It was a unpaid non-ad product that looked like the Google Shopping ad. So it's like a listing, if you would. And Google wants to show that across all of their platform.
What'd you just call it? An unpaid what?
It's an unpaid product listing as opposed to an ad.
Okay. All right.
Because like if you in the past, Google Shopping were ads and they show up as little things, but now it's an unpaid product. A non-ad.
And now, so what's this new thing? What does their next evolution look like?
And so that's been new. So they're rolling out this called Services Across Google, and it's basically the product, and they're doing it for free. So anybody who's an e-commerce seller can basically go through, answer some questions in Google Merchant Center, which is what you would use to set up your Google Shopping ads and make sure you connect to your store and your product feed. And then once you have Services Across Google, then you get a free one. Now, what they've also added to that, which is new, it's only available in the US right now, is Shopping Actions. And what that is a universal shopping cart that Google is putting in place so that when you click on any of these products, that you can actually buy the product directly within Google and not have to go to someone's store.
Oh, now how does that work for us as e-commerce sellers? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What happens? What's it do?
I think it's going to be a two-edged sword, right? Because in the past, a lot of e-commerce sellers were looking to Google organic traffic to get to your site, and I still think that will be the case.
Right.
But what now they're allowing you to do is having another channel. Not that we don't have enough channels already as e-commerce sellers to navigate through and allow the customer to actually buy and complete the transaction right in Google. And then Google will then pay you just like any other marketplace. So you go through and you set up all their payment information. You get verified, just like you were setting up on Amazon or eBay or Facebook. And now it's a seamless process for them to click, pay, which is like their Google Pay or whatever their credit card that's stored in their Google account, and it's done.
So is Google the customer in that situation, or the customer is the customer?
Customer's the customer. Google is more like the facilitator, more like the marketplace, just like you would, again, like on eBay or Amazon.
Are they taking a cut for that?
Yeah, they do. So what they end up taking for that, it's a commission-based structure.
They're becoming affiliate marketers for us.
They are. Yep.
That's great.
100%. Wow. And their commission looks like, for animal pets, it's like 12%.
Okay.
Dog food, cat litter, 5%. Apparel is going to be 12%. Luggage, 12%. I mean, it's pretty much that. Wow. Consumer electronics are at 7%. Collectibles are higher, closer to 12%. Groceries are going to be 5% and 7%. Personal healthcare, 12%. So it's like an affiliate deal. And then Google promotes it, because now you have this listing that's in their ecosystem. So they're going to give it some love because obviously they want to try and make money off it.
So Kyle, you just explained some of the transactional details, and you can go deeper into that in a moment where you can talk more about how to get this going. But let me just take the 30,000 foot view for a minute. Mm-hmm. If you guys are familiar with work we've done related to this whole issue of Google's transition from basically just being a sender of traffic to websites, you'll want to look into, and I've written a bit about this, and then the person who's really broken this story wide open is Rand Fishkin, the founder of SEO Moz. And and now his new site, SparkToro, is focused. He's focused a lot on this, and what he's really looked at, and it's kind of as a scientific, lens, looked at how much traffic Google sends off of its own properties onto other websites, and that percentage is declining. Google is keeping more traffic, and so they're keeping it by answering questions that people have right in Google. And you've noticed this if you've used Google, they'll just give you the content on Google, but they've taken it from another site. And there's a lot of questions that they just answer themselves directly now. Well, this is a further iteration of this idea. The theme here for Google, I think, is keep people on Google.
Right.
And so that's fascinating. And I think that's the progression that they're clearly, playing out here. And there's tons of wisdom from their perspective. Now, the other angle that I think is immediately interesting is Google probably for years and years and years has sat around and said, those affiliate marketers suck at affiliate marketing. We could do it so much better. Right. We could actually do the affiliate work ourselves 1,000,000 times better than these idiots who are doing affiliate marketing. So they're basically taking that slot over and saying, we will drive traffic like nobody's business because we're the best in the world at driving traffic.
We have it all.
and make the affiliate cut ourselves. And so that's really interesting. Okay, so at the 30,000 foot view, I think there's some interesting observations about what's occurring in the broader e-commerce world. So give us a little bit of detail on, if you want to set this up, what do you do? What are some practical steps?
The first step is you have to get a free Google Merchant Center account, and you have to go through that process, get that set up. And then the next step is you have to connect your product feed from Shopify to that Merchant Center account. Now, the nice thing about that, Shopify has created an integration with Google Shopping. So once you get your Shopify store set up, you can go through the marketing tool set that Shopify has, and it's pretty much done. It's all done through their content API, and it's nice and clean and slick.
Wow.
And you're good to go. Now, there's some tweaking you'll probably have to do with some stuff because not everything matches perfectly. Okay. So Shopify will send stuff up, or you may have certain criteria set up in your Shopify store that Google's going to want, and then you have to set up these rules basically that say if this is blank or this should always be this, and it's part of the setup. But once that's done, then you can go in and you can then apply to get set up within Google surfaces across Google and Google Shopping Actions. And it is a process. I mean, you treat it like you would be signing up as a seller on Amazon. But they're going to make you verify who you are, that you're a legitimate business. You got to upload your documentation. You got to put all that stuff in, because in essence, what's going to happen is that Google is going to give you their stamp of approval. Mm-hmm. Like you are going to be like, hey, this is a Google stamped business. Like you are legit. You're proving who you say you are. You're following their policies and guidelines, and therefore you get their blessing.
In other words, this is a real thing. You can't do this in 5 minutes. You got to have the mental, emotional, like the time and scheduling energy to really take this on as a real thing. And I think that's probably an important takeaway. So we'll have links underneath some of this show notes detail. Only other question I would ask is there clarity in terms of if you do use Google product listings as an ad methodology, how that's going to play into this at all? Is there any clarity in terms? I mean, can you in essence do AMS type work on the new Google marketplace where is it another advertising channel ultimately maybe where you can boost up your listing? And
I don't know how much impact your Google Shopping ads would have on the free listings. I'm assuming it would be. Like typically, Google always denies the fact that it says that anytime you start paying for, like, for example, search ads on specific keywords, that it has any impact on the organic SEO of your ranking for your
is it
website.
True?
But it's not true. Like literally you can see it. I mean, there's so much data around it. And it could be the fact that traffic from Google triggers the algorithm, and it's not just like, we want you to pay. But in essence, they want you to pay. And when you pay, you'll start to see your organic traffic go up as a result of it. So will that be the same effect on shopping ads? Probably. I would think that it would be. And right now, Google shopping ads are still a good value.
Wow.
And are a great value. So you should be doing them anyway. So now you're just giving yourself additional exposure and visibility on the platform with a quicker payment option. Like it's a seamless, they already have their credit card. And most people using Google have some level of credit card already baked into their ecosystem.
Google Pay.
Exactly. And so it's just, you click the button, it's done. You don't have to be like, oh, I got to put in my credit card. It's you do one click and Google, your payment's already done. So they're competing with Amazon's real quick payment option. Everything's on file with Amazon. So it's one click and you're done. This is their ability to sort of implement that.
It just feels to me like, in the olden days of e-commerce, it was like the olden days of television where there was like NBC, CBS, or ABC.
Yeah.
Like it was Amazon, eBay, and Craigslist, I guess you could say. And now it's like the cord cutting on the TV side is kind of like the same thing's happening in e-commerce land where it's like everybody's in e-commerce business now. It's really interesting. Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up. This is fascinating stuff. And if you're listening to this episode and watching this and you haven't gone back and watched our prior one, which is all about Facebook shops, go back and watch that because that's what I'm referencing, which is, everybody's getting into e-commerce now. So great stuff, man. I really appreciate you doing all the research. Of course, you're working with our clients on implementing these ideas as well. So if you're listening to this and you need help and advice on navigating all of these new opportunities, check out our coaching program. We work with clients every day. We literally were on conversations this morning with clients and had a great time sorting out details and giving them strategy and ideas and working together. We love this stuff. It's really a blast to see our clients go from good to great. And so we have an application process we use on our website, winningonshopify.com. We want to make sure it's a good opportunity for you, but also that you're the right kind of client for us. And so we have a little application you fill out. We do a conversation and then we go forward together if it's the right thing. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check it out. We'd love to connect with you. Kyle is ready, willing, and able to help you set up your Google shopping actions, this crazy new world. So, wow, great stuff.
The only thing certain is change when it comes to e-commerce.
No doubt. All right, let's end it there. Good thought. See ya.